And this is a surprisingly fast-paced novel on language and how it shapes our thinking. Delany is at once a sharp-skilled writer on topics abstract and challenging, how a brain functions, social, psychological insights, what it means to be discorporate, and sometimes challenging on topics which might be sharply defined. For instance, action sequences with unspoken narrative leaps, dialogue with subtext too subtle to follow. Nevertheless, what I thought first upon reading this book, and after it was over, was that I wanted more. His characters, major and minor, are rich in backstory without needless exposition. The world is massive in variation and function, with very little space given for its own history. From the first pages, readers are set deeply into it and left to founder, but we are never losing ourselves from the tautly told story that was offered. At once a novel of espionage and murder, its answer is cleanly resolved in the premise. How might a language's structure alter who and what we are? Now, a reader today may have quibbles with the book. Its worlds lean a bit heavily on the 1960s psychedelic scenes from when it was written. And my personal trouble at times, the narrative dives into the languages themselves. They're fairly experimental and at times stream of consciousness in keeping with the nature of those languages. However, these pages, not merely paragraphs, can become truly disorienting. But don't skip over them, because much of Delany's answers and vision lie in this very experimental text. And to be sure, when I say that I wanted the novel to be longer, it was not to ask for more of this kind of writing. But what we are left with is a novel that pokes hard at a concept other writers have done far less successfully. Ayn Rand and Larry Niven each come to mind, but with stakes and consequences so high that we leave less worried for the future vision and more anxious even for ourselves.